Hey everyone, welcome back. If you've been watching our videos this week, then you know my name is Juliana and I'm a recreation therapist with Life Therapeutic Solutions. We've been posting videos every day this week for you to watch, and we hope that you've been watching them and really enjoying them. There's still plenty of time to comment on some of our videos and share with us what you've been up to and what you've been able to create. And today I'm really excited because we're going to do a little bit of baking. I'm going to show you how you can make a cake in a mug. So today we're going to be making vanilla cake. You just need some basic baking ingredients. There are some substitution options available, and I will go through the list real quick and let you know what ingredients that you need, and then you can pause the video, gather up your supplies, and then we'll get going. So the first thing that you need is a 1/4 cup of flour. If you're gluten-free, you can use your gluten-free flour as your substitution. You'll need a 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder, 1 dash of salt, 2 tablespoons of sugar. You will need a 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 2 tablespoons of butter, 3 tablespoons of milk, and an optional choice of something to mix in. If you have sprinkles, or I'm going to use some chocolate chips. Maybe you have some Nutella or some candy or something that you'd like to mix in there. So why don't you go ahead and gather all your supplies and ingredients, and I'm going to put the list up here too for you to take a look at, and then we'll get started. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started here. So the first thing is we're going to mix all of our dry ingredients first. So in my mug here I have measured out a 1/4 cup of flour, so I'm just going to kind of scoop all that right in here. And I'm using regular flour today, but I have made this with the King Arthur gluten-free flour, and it turned out really good. So if you're doing that as a substitution, it should work just fine. Okay, so I've got my flour in there. And next is my 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder. So I'm going to dump that in and just mix that up really good. A dash of salt, which I'm going to try and do a very minimal amount, so we'll see here. That should be good for the salt. And I also have 2 tablespoons of sugar. Okay. So you're going to take all those dry ingredients and mix them in really good. Alright, so next for our wet ingredients, we have our vanilla, our butter, and our milk. And you do want your butter to be melted, so I'm just going to toss mine here in the microwave real quick for a few seconds. We'll get that started, and while that's in there, I am going to add my milk. I'll start to mix that up. There we go. Okay, let's see. Almost there. Another 15 seconds. Okay, and I also need to measure out my vanilla, my 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla. I love the smell of vanilla. I love vanilla cake. There are some recipes online you can find if you're more of a chocolate cake person. But I kind of went through my cabinet of supplies, and I didn't have any cocoa powder or hot chocolate packets or anything like that to make it chocolatey. So I'm going to actually just add some chocolate chips to mine. Let's check on the splitter. Perfect. Okay. Alrighty, and I'm just going to mix that up. Okay, I'd like, I want to see what everyone's putting in theirs, so if you found something in your cupboard that you're mixing in, drop us a comment so you can see what everyone's turns out like, or if you want to share a picture. I'm just going to mix this up really good. Give it a smell. If you had a birthday in March, happy late birthday. If you have them coming up in April, happy early birthday. This might be something kind of fun to do so that you can kind of stay home, but you still get to enjoy a sweet treat. Okay, So let's see, I think I got everything. I'm gonna add, so it calls for a teaspoon of your mix-ins. So if you had like sprinkles or something like that, it's a little bit easier to measure out. I'm just gonna kind of do a handful of chocolate chips because I have these chunks and they're a little big. So I'm just gonna do a handful and mix those in. Oh yes. My consistency is pretty good, just like standard batter. Okay. Super quick, super easy. Just get my spoon out here. Okay, so now you're going to want to put this in your microwave for 70 to 90 seconds. I'm going to start about 75 and see how it goes. And you'll be able to tell by looking at it if it's done or not, because it'll rise, and you can take your spoon to it just to test the consistency. So we're gonna pop this in for about 75 seconds, and I will let you know how it turns out. So we have our recipe card available. This will be on our Facebook page with the post, so you can go ahead and look at it or print it out. I'll give you a look. It has all the ingredients on it, some directions on how to cook it, and you can just kind of print this out and keep it at home for you to do and maybe try a couple different things. Maybe you want to try and add chocolate chips or sprinkles, or if you end up getting more materials. Another fun thing to spice it up is maybe if you have some other toppings in your fridge, like whipped cream, some chocolate sauce, some caramel sauce, Nutella, peanut butter, granola, anything you want to top it with. Now's the time to kind of go through all that stuff that you have that you need to use up. Looks like we're about 30 seconds out. If you notice my mug, I actually painted it at the mud room on the Beltline. It's a pottery store where you can pick a piece of pottery and paint it and they'll fire it for you. So it's definitely my favorite mug, and I'm really excited to get back there once it's okay to leave home and maybe paint a couple more pieces so I have more mugs to match. Alright, I'm just going to wipe off my spoon so I can give this a quick check. Let's see. Okay, let's see if I can show this to you. If you can see, it looks like it's pretty done. Yep, and my chocolate chips are just barely melted. Okay, I'm going to let it cool down for a second and then I'm going to take a bite. But again, share with us what ingredients you put in that you added extra. If you added any fun toppings, take a picture, add it to our comments or post it to our Facebook page so we can kind of see that you're doing it at home and how it turned out. And let's see how it tastes. I love cake. And it's very good. If you added the chocolate chips, it's a really nice touch. The consistency is perfect. Very good. Here's a little close-up of the mug I was telling you about that I painted. I hope you enjoy yours. Can't wait to see the pictures and to hear how it turned out. Don't forget to head over to our Facebook page, give us a like, make sure you're sharing with your friends and your family, and thanks again for watching.